Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mack Tuggle, author of This Way to Wall Street and host of Big Black Charts, and today is Sunday, June 11th. We're going to take some time to review some charts and some of our big rock items as we get to the back half of quarter two and see if we can come to some conclusions about what we've seen so far and then come to some estimations about what we may see in the near term, intermediate, and long term future. So if you don't know, now you know. But the Nasdaq has been in a bull market, and so we've been calling a bull market since October. Since you had this price action down here, we've been bullish. And it's been pretty much up and away ever since. The Nasdaq 100, which is 102 of the most influential stocks in technology, is currently up over 33% year to date. So that's pretty significant. And so we know that that's a bull market. That's bull market behavior. Anytime you have a rise of 20% or more, you're in a confirmed bull market. And we've exceeded that, pretty significantly. So we've been calling for continued favorable price action. And so now we're coming to some potential, resistance, and we're also really far extended from these moving averages. So moving averages, once again, they're just composite pictures, right? So this blue line is a composite picture, and it tells you this is the 50-day average price for the QQQs. And this line right below it is the 200-day moving average. This is the 200-day average price for the QQQs. So anytime you have price action get this far extended from its average price over a specified window, especially your longer term windows like 50 and 200 days, you have a potential for a snapback to that. And I'm not necessarily calling for a correction in the near term, which would be the next 3 weeks, but I am looking for a little bit of a pause in the trend as these two things come closer together. So as price slows down and the moving average catches up, then I'll be a little bit more optimistic about making some new positions in the QQQs. But until then, I'm just kind of holding my position, and now I'm waiting for my profit target. So my profit target right now is going to be about the 370 range on the QQQs. As you can see, we had some price action in the future, in the past here, and this line has been pretty significant. One thing that makes a trend line valid is how long it's been in play. So one thing about this trend line is it's been in play since what are we looking at? June of 2021. So you're looking at a 2-year horizontal trend line. Just to be clear, we're looking at the weekly charts on the triple Qs right now. So this is a little bit longer term price action. This isn't the day-to-day chop. This is a weekly average. So a weekly chart. So we have approximately 3 years worth of data here. So this is back in July of 2021, and this line has been tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not necessarily 9, we'll call this 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15 times this line has been tested over a 3-year period, and really actually over a 2-year period, right, once it first got established. So that's one thing that makes a trend line valid, is how long it's been in play. Another thing that makes a trend line valid is how many times it's been tested. So we saw, we're in the teens with how many times this line has been tested over the last 2 years. And then the third thing that's going to make a trend line valid is price volume. So when the price action comes around this price, 370, 368 for conversation's sake, how much volume is involved with that, right? So we had, pretty moderate volume with these tests here. Nothing too significant, but definitely a spike here. And then when it was interacting over, right here when it was interacting with the trend line right here and right here, we had volume spikes, right? So that's telling me the three things I need to know about this price range is that it's been in play for a long time. Two, it's been tested a number of times. And three, a lot of shares have exchanged hands every time it comes to this significant price point. So that's going to be my first profit objective for the triple Qs. I'm not necessarily sure if I'm ready to profit take there, but I'm definitely going to move my stops up and be a little bit more cautious. So that's what I'm looking at. Right now, the triple Qs going into Monday, June 12th, we're going to be, right now it's at 354.50. So I have a price target of about 370. So a little bit more price action ahead that I'm looking for to be bullish before maybe a pause